You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports fans, we are back with another video. We're going to be talking about Terrell Owens, the former Hall of Fame wide receiver in the NFL. He played with the 49ers. He played with the Dallas Cowboys. Now, guys, there is a new football league that is actually starting. I don't know if you guys actually have heard of it, but it's called the FCF, the Fan Controlled Football League. It's a 7-on-7 league, and it's basically kind of like arena football, but it's 7-on-7, and they only have, I believe, 50 yards on the field. Well, Terrell Owens is actually going to be playing in that league. I believe that Johnny Manziel is also going to be playing in that league also. So that leads us to Colin Kaepernick. As you guys know, Colin Kaepernick is trying to attempt to make a comeback to the NFL. Now, he's had multiple opportunities. We talked about that in the past as well. But T.O. has now invited Colin Kaepernick to join him in the FCF. Check this out. Over here on TMZ Sports, Terrell Owens to Colin Kaepernick, come play in the FCF with me. Now, honestly, guys, I don't think that Colin Kaepernick will do this because there's no upside on victim mentality by going to the FCF. Because think of this, guys. What if he actually goes to the FCF and fails? It wouldn't be good for Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick wants to be seen only on an NFL field, if even that. I mean, this man had the opportunity to also go and play in the XFL a couple of years ago. He didn't want to do it because allegedly he wanted way too much money, and there was no way in the world he was going to get that kind of money in the XFL. So let's read a little bit of this, guys. Terrell Owens is urging Colin Kaepernick to join forces with him in the fan-controlled football league. Telling TMZ Sports he thinks it could ultimately help the QB in his goal to get back in the NFL. Owens, who just announced his intentions to play in the FCF this week, explained to us he believes the league's platform could benefit Kaepernick greatly if the former 49er star would suit up for a few games. Quote, I feel like he could come in and really use this to really sharpen his skill set, Owen said, especially because there are some questions about him not playing for such a long time. That is a really good point. Kaepernick has not been seen in 6 years. Now, we know he has those workout videos that he's been posting on Twitter. He's throwing to wide receivers, but there's no defenders coming after him. He's not having to read any defenses or anything like that. And this league here, like I said, is 7-on-7, so it's going to be a bit different. But Kaepernick doesn't want to do this. Kaepernick really doesn't want to play football. He wants to be a professional victim. Kaepernick will benefit greatly by not being on an NFL team. So his goal is strictly to attempt to go to the NFL. But what if an NFL team actually gives him an opportunity? I believe that would just kill his whole grift right there. I truly believe he is not good enough anymore to make an NFL roster. I'm not even sure he can be a backup. So T.O. is saying, hey, man, come over here. You can polish up on your skills because you haven't played in such a long time. Hey, you may get a shot if you actually perform well. Now, that would make a little bit too much sense, and Colin Kaepernick is not going to do that. It says here, Kaepernick being in the league would obviously give owners and GMs another chance to see the QB in a competitive setting after the signal caller hasn't played in the NFL since the 2016 season. But Owens tells us he thinks it could actually improve the 33-year-old's game too. Owens says because the FCF is played on a much smaller field, Kaepernick's decision-making and accuracy could improve in a short amount of time in the league. And the FCF is slated to begin its season later on this month. So what do you guys think of this? Do you guys think that Colin Kaepernick would even entertain the thought of actually going over to the FCF and joining the roster? I'm not exactly sure how many teams are actually in this league. The only players I even know that are playing in this is going to be T.O. And T.O. is old. He's 48, but I believe there's a better shot of T.O. actually making an NFL roster than Colin Kaepernick. And T.O. is extremely old, but he's in obviously really great shape. But I'm pretty sure T.O.'s body can't even take the hits of the NFL anymore. But Colin Kaepernick, last time we saw him, he wasn't that good. But what do you guys think it is? T.O. inviting Colin Kaepernick to join him in the FCF. It's not going to happen because there's no upside in victimhood for Colin Kaepernick. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.